Hello, my name is Tony, and today I'm going to show you how to manipulate animations on the timeline in ZenCub3d. So this is a scene that I created earlier, and it's already got some animations on the timeline. So let me turn off the help message by pressing F1. Right, so this has a car with waypoint animations and a character with facial animations and body animations. So I'll talk about the timeline interface first. So the green line is the scrub line or the time indicator, and you can move it by right-clicking in the timeline. Or if you hold down the right click, you'll be dragging it. Or you can left click and drag the timestamp on the top, and yeah. Or if you want to have a precise time, double click on the timestamp and just type in, say, 3 seconds, and it'll be at 3 seconds. And yeah, on the 3 bottom on the right, this one goes to the start of the scene. The one on the right goes to the end of the scene, and this is the play button for you to preview your scene. Yep, and pause. Sure. So now, oh yeah, and also to lengthen or scroll the timeline, hold down middle mouse button and drag. So this way you can, you've got a longer timeline. Yep, cool. So now I'll talk about how to manipulate facial animations on the timeline. These tiny blocks of smiley faces, they are facial animations. So play them and you see the actor changes her face. Right, so you can left click and drag the animation to move it, or you can hold Shift plus S and to snap it to the location of the timeline. So do it again, Shift S, and this block moves to the timeline. Yep. So, and to edit the existing animations, double click and make changes and add the timeline to replace the the old animation. So, yep, cool. Right, and lastly, you can delete an animation by selecting the animation first and press delete. So now you've just deleted the animation. And for the lip sync animation, now this person is saying, I'm having a bad day. So preview, I'm having a bad day. Yep, cool. And drag it around by left click, left mouse button. Snap it to the timeline by Shift S. Yep, so Shift S again. Yep, cool. And double click to edit. I'm having a bad day today. Yep, so now this is spoken with slightly faster. Yep. And delete by selecting the animation first and press delete. So now the speech animation is gone. Alright, so now I'll talk about how to manipulate body animations. So this is the body animation, this rectangular block. So left click and drag it to move. Shift S to snap to the time. And lengthen the animation by left click drag the right edge to lengthen or reduce the duration, or is also doable for by middle mouse button drag. So this is dragging with the middle mouse button, and this sort of dragging increases this animation in full cycles only. So 2 cycles, 3 cycles. So the animation repeats itself. Yeah. Okay, and the tiny strip of animation, tiny strip on the top indicates the unit length, which means the length of one animation cycle. So if you double click and edit this animation, lengthen the animation, and hit the timeline, this strip has just lengthened, right? So, yep. So this is quite useful when you're editing. So, yeah. And now, of course, you can delete this animation by pressing delete. Yep. So now move on to manipulating the waypoint animations. So when the time is over this waypoint animation, you can see the red waypoints, and if it's not, you can't see it. Right, so move this waypoint animation by left click and drag, or Shift S to snap to the time. You can double click to edit this waypoint animation, and finish actually. Have this car go into the air and finish. Right, so this car now drives into the air and comes down. Another way, if you only want to change the speed of the waypoint animation, you can left mouse button drag the right edge, and if you make this longer, this animation takes longer to travel. Right? Now reduce this length of waypoint animation. Now this car moves faster. Yep. And of course, lastly, you can delete this animation by selecting the animation first and press delete. Yep, so this concludes the tutorial about manipulating animations on the timeline.